I do not plan to have a video on the killers coming out.
Psych a lot!
I took my good 13 and I kicked her.
Okay, so I know I said I wasn't gonna do one, but I guess I'll do this video now. So Boss got changes, and so did Possess. So we're gonna see if I can actually play these killers, okay? Because those losses genuinely just because the killer was bad, and there's not much I can learn from. So we'll see if the killer's a bit better now. I'm not gonna do the whole what the killer does. We'll do that at like the end or whatever, because yeah, or I'll just kind of explain it as we go. So into the match. Okay, so let's hope that I don't rage myself to death because of this killer. Because if you saw my last video, I literally meant what I said. I have not won once with this killer. The most downs I've gotten was like at least 2. So we'll see if he's any better. So I think I'll come out here. I think I'll chase. Do I want to chase Tabitha? I'll worry about the Tabitha later. So they're gonna know I'm coming because of this dang Yan. Oh, he's just here. Reduce repair. Ooh, that speed boost
I took
was
my good 13.
Crazy. Whoa! I really did not just fall for that. He also gets a stack for every down too, but now they reduced it to 1, I believe. Oh Lord.
I took my good 13.
Oh Lord. Wait. Boss kind of go crazy right now. So they're working on it over here. I'm not gonna stay over here because it's not worth it. But he's got 6 speed now, I think. I think they buffed his speed too just a little bit. I think we will want reduced repair for him. So he gets a speed boost here too. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, his recovery.
I took my good 13.
Times better.
I took my good 13.
Yeah, they changed that. You can't do that no more. Oh, dang. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay, so I think I'm starting to get a little bit of a hint on how to play this killer. Okay, he feels so much better now. I love when they make these changes to these killers and stuff. They know exactly what to do. There's no NE, so they ain't gotta worry about anything. Probably. Just working on this game. Veronica. Okay. I be second guessing myself a lot. Okay. He gets his detect back quick. Okay, like his detect comes back quick. Okay, I'm really liking how this goes. I'm really liking what I can do finally with this killer. I'm about to already almost have my detect back. I think these changes were nice that they did to him. Because getting every kill was not it. Oh, is there this lightning strike down? Oh, that's cool. So are they still working on this gen over here? They are. Um, the speed
I took
boost.
my good 13.
Boom! Get hit with my get knocked out. Okay, where'd he go?
I took my good 13.
And I punched him. Okay. Wait. So do I get a speed boost for each switch or just when I pull out my brass knuckles? Okay, he lunges. I like this better. Now his lunge doesn't feel like... Okay, this is a speed boost right here. Boom. So you do get a speed boost for this too. Okay, and it's only every 20 seconds now that I can switch. Just gotta keep the tempo. With these changes, shoot, I might end up maining boss. Because boss feels like 1,000 times better to play now. Like, genuinely. So I will... Ooh, so now I kind of feel good about Possess after this. Um... Hopefully the mist is not over here, because that would be bad. Okay. Personally, this is... Shoot, these changes are real good. On to Possess. Okay, so last thing I need to do, last part, just need to go ahead and get this Possess gameplay for you guys. So yeah, be back with you after this. Okay, so we used the basic skin for Possess, so I felt like I should just use this one for her. I really don't know what I should be doing with Possessed. I feel like... Okay, right. Come over here. I don't know what the play was with that. Don't ask me what I was doing. Okay, I'm doing my best to try and figure out what I can do with this dang killer. I for real don't know. What I could actually really be doing with this killer. I don't know. She's really confusing for me. Your credibility is useful, for sure. But it's just like, um, so they are working on a gen over here. Got her. Hopefully I can get another stack for my passive, which will be leaving one left. Okay. Oh, my passive's already active? What's this? Why do I already have my passive active? Okay, well, I got no value on my passive, so that's sweet. Almost got some value out of it at least. Was that a stack? No, it wasn't. Okay. Well, damn. Okay, well, I thought he was gonna come down this hallway, but he hit that corner, so we'll let him get the res. We're gonna go. Oh wait, no, he's the only one left. What am I doing? Okay, I kind of just fumbled the ball there because I didn't realize he was the last one left. Yeah, he was. I knew it. Yeah, he's gonna make that. Got him. Okay, that's one. So they're about to be. Yeah, they done lost it. Okay. Oh my. So I just need one more stack. No, I need two more stacks. Okay, I need two more stacks before I can get my passive back again. So for wherever they are, they're still all up over here. Okay. Uh. Okay. Maybe I can get this Veronica before she gets to that. Oh, she's not gonna go over there. Is it two stacks now? Is it two stacks now?
I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass.
So I only need two stacks for my passive. I'm not nearly gonna make it over there in time. Oh Lord. So we all know what he's gonna do. Boom. Okay. That was. Ooh, that was slick. I'm slick with it. Okay, so she's up there. Okay, so she ran off to the side of me. She ran off over here. she found the mist. Okay, well, okay, that was a pretty decent match, I guess. I mean, again, possessed not preferably my style of killer, but she's still pretty fun to play, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that was the last match. So guess let's get into the review. Okay, so real quick, it's not really any confusion because you didn't know, but I'm gonna mention that those clips were different ones. Like the boss one was the first clip, but the possessed one was the second possessed clip that I was supposed to use. Of course, I didn't do 2 clips because I realized how long they were. Because whenever I was recording them, they didn't seem that long. They seemed like each was 8 minutes. So I was like, okay, this wouldn't be that bad. But no. So I didn't want to make an extremely long video because this is already long and I don't need one of those already. So yeah. But anyways, let's go ahead and start it all off. So starting off with Boss. So Boss, my view on him, I really am liking him a lot better now. Actually, the clip playing in the background for Boss was the second clip that I was gonna use. And in that clip, I had an even better experience with him because I genuinely got to get the feel of the switch mechanic, the tempo mechanic that he has. I was really enjoying it. And I like the idea of a tempo killer, and it's really fun, genuinely, being able to just switch between 2 different forms. I never realized that I would want that as a killer, and I will definitely be playing more of him, but I genuinely think that his ability is better than it was before now, because I was able to grasp more of a feel. What I'm kind of gaining from his ability is that you want to use the shorter punches or more tighter loops because of the little bit of the speed that you have, while you want to use his crowbar on like longer loops or areas like that. Typically, personally, depending on what I'm going against would depend on what type of form I want to do, because if I was going against someone who wasn't primarily made to loop, I'm probably gonna go with my fist. While if I'm going against someone who is kind of made for that, I'm kind of gonna want that range on my lunge just a little bit, maybe sometimes, not all the time. But another thing that I would genuinely say that you would probably want to do with Boss is that depending on who you're up against, it would depend on what form you want to use. Personally, I would use my crowbar form against anyone who's made the gen rush, so they have sort of a little bit slower in their smarts. And then since I already said use it against, personally I like to use it against people who are already made to loop. Those people tend to already have bad gen stats anyways, so that's just gonna punish them even more. But aside from all that, you really just want to think about who you're up against, while also what loop you're doing. The speed boost, it's not long, but it can be useful. I would say use your fist whenever people are pretty much really grouped up. Like if there's a group of them, I would say you want to use your fist. That way you can aim towards your next target quickly. It is really useful. Personally, I didn't really use this tip, but this is something that I would recommend that you do. But I think Boss is more or less one of those killers where you kind of just gotta go with the flow of how you're doing things. Personally, I would just genuinely say, once you grasp the idea of him, he's gonna be an incredibly punishing killer for anyone who put the time and effort to learn best skills and mechanics with him. So personally, I'm liking Boss. I think he's 1,000 times better than he was before. He still is, in my opinion, a pretty hard killer, because he's not just, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Like, you genuinely got to think about what form you're switching to. But this is the PTS, so you're not going against skilled players. But I wasn't going against skilled players when I was playing Boss, and I still was not having the best time. So he is much better. I like the passive change. I like the buff that they did to his ability. everything, and then they buffed his speed in the process. So I think he's a lot better now. So that's kind of what I have to say about Boss. You guys can tell me your opinions on him, but I might have more videos on Boss coming out. Same with the other killers. Just trying to grasp the concept of them. But that's enough with Boss. Let's move on. So now it's time that we go ahead and talk about Possessed. So my thoughts on Possessed. Possessed is not for everybody. I'm gonna just say that right here, right now. Possessed is not for everybody. Either you will use her ability to the best potential, or you won't. I do not know why she was giving the difficulty of 3 and Boss was given the difficulty of 4, when I think that, like, even Boss can probably keep the 4 difficulty. I still don't really feel like it's 4. I don't feel like he's that hard. But Possessed should not have 3 in difficulty. I'm sorry, but she just shouldn't. She definitely is very hard, because you as a new player cannot just pick her up. And even as an like more novice or even slightly advanced player, you cannot just simply pick her up. You need to know your maps. You need to know, you basically just need game sense. You cannot play her without game sense, which is probably why she's the most difficult, one of the more difficult killers to actually play in this game, in my opinion. And I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, yeah, you could say, oh, well, I'm doing good with her. That's because you have the game sense to use her ability. I mean, I have a decent amount of game sense, but there's a difference between also just having that game sense and then being inside that survivor's mind. You need to be able to predict what the survivor is going to do, and you also need to know how typical loots go down. As you saw in the clip, I might roll it again, I don't know, we'll see, where I was playing Possessed on the high school map. I placed my spirit down there, right there above that loot where that Ren was going to drop, wherever he's going to drop from that vault. I knew that that's what he was going to do, because that's typically what everyone does, and that's a pretty strong vault. So most people typically go up those stairs and vault that. I knew that that was going to happen, and he didn't expect me to drop my spirit orb, or at least just took the guess and hoped that I wasn't gonna drop it. But I dropped it, and he wasn't ready for it and ran kind of right into me. That's what I mean by you need to have that game sense to just know. Like, it's just true. You just need to know. You can't just pick this killer up as a new player or as a novice. You can't just pick them up and then expect to have goodness with it. No, you need to actually understand most vaults and how most survivors play, which is why you probably will not see people who are lower levels exceeding with this killer unless they're going against other low levels. Most people will pop it at shorter vaults. I necessarily would not say do this. Don't. It's not smart. It's really not smart to do this at all. Don't do it. Place it around, personally what I would say is place it around corners where people will at least expect it or just can't see it. But even then, you place it wide in the open and people will still come to revive you even though they see that orb sitting right there. So it's whatever. But as Possessed, don't expect that to work 24/7, because by the time she drops in the public servers, that's not going to be working unless they're really a low level player. Because personally, I just wouldn't do it. But I mean, my full thoughts on her, she's really not for me. I guess I'll play her from time to time if like I'm bored and like want to play something new, but she's not really for me. And like I said, she's not really for everybody else. I would say more mechanically skilled the person is, and the more game sense the person has, the more likely they're gonna like this killer and pick them up. And that's what I would recommend for you. So yeah, but aside from all that, that's kind of my opinion on Possessed, and I do enjoy her. So cannot wait to see her get dropped, because she's not even that annoying to go against. Honestly, I wouldn't be that mad going against a good possessed, because like that's just skill right there. So yeah, that's what I have to say for her. So after all those opinions, y'all, I really want to hear what y'all think of these killers and how effective y'all feel about these killers. But some people will tell me possessed ain't hard. Some people will tell me possessed hard. Some people say the same thing about boss. It's vice versa. It's iffy. We all got our own opinions. But yeah. So thanks for watching to the end and hearing what I had to say. And I guess I hope to see y'all around. Bye.
I took my good 13 and I kicked her.